Hi, I'm Hans Meeder, President of the National Center for College and Career Transitions. I wanted to take just a few minutes and talk about our approach to technical assistance for the New Orleans YouthForce pilot and planned schools. For your convenience, we decided to record this short overview webcast, and then if you're interested, we would speak to you directly about our technical assistance offerings in more detail. We have a pretty simple agenda for this webcast. I'll introduce NC3T, then I'll talk about the benefits of pathways, which is while you're working with YouthForce, and then we'll show you our pathway system framework and our approach to technical assistance. Finally, I'll share how we can follow up to speak directly. First, who we are. Our vision statement really captures the heart of our organization. Every learner with a dream and a plan, and every community with a capable, ready workforce. What does this mean? It captures our belief that pathways are about the individual, making sure that we are encouraging each young man and woman to have dreams and aspirations, but also develop in them the practical tools and knowledge to take action. And it reflects our belief that pathways are about economic development, building a talent pipeline for good jobs all along the post-secondary education spectrum. This leads to greater community prosperity. At NC3T, our mission as an organization is to help equip leaders at the state, district, and school levels for success in carrying out their vision for pathways and career-connected learning. We've worked with many schools and districts, helping them flesh out their vision for pathways, including 2 other charters in New Orleans, as well as many others around the country. We've also worked in providing technical assistance and coaching across 23 states at the state education agency levels, as well as at schools and colleges. And we are constantly developing resources to assist school leaders with implementing pathways and career-connected learning. I also produce a regular blog for pathway leaders. On this particular project, Cheryl Probst, a Louisiana native who has spent a career in teaching and in coaching local pathways initiatives, is our lead coach for the schools in New Orleans that we work with. I serve as an expert consultant to the schools working closely with Cheryl. I'm the president of NC3T, and I've worked in career-connected education as former Deputy Assistant Secretary at the U.S. Department of Education, and also in consulting and writing over the last dozen years. So, considering pathways, here's a simple definition we use. In essence, a pathway program is a sequence of courses organized around a broad career theme, and students self-select a pathway based on their strengths, interests, and tentative career aspirations. Ideally, they begin to identify these interests in middle school and at least through exploration at the 9th grade level. Each pathway program is integrated with work-based learning and has connections to post-secondary education, training, and apprenticeship programs. And they may even begin accumulating college credits and industry-recognized certifications. In the Pathways approach, students are less likely to ask, "Why do I need to learn this?" Because learning makes more sense. It is clearly connected to their college and career aspirations. Importantly, through career development, pathway programs, and employer connections, each student develops a flexible, personalized plan for career and life success. What are the benefits of a pathway system approach? We're excited to think about the positive outcomes a pathway system may have for all stakeholders in our community. For example, learners engage in programs and activities that connect directly to their future. They develop highly relevant academic employability and career skills needed for success in post-secondary education and the workplace. Employers have access to a highly qualified, well-prepared workforce that is ready to contribute to company growth and effectiveness. Parents and supportive family members gain greater awareness of ways in which they can assist their children in making successful transitions into post-secondary education, training, and careers. Post-secondary educators enroll students who have stronger academic and technical skills, along with a clearer understanding of career demands and expectations. Better prepared high school graduates are more likely to complete post-secondary education programs. Community and elected leaders realize the many benefits of having higher rates of skilled employment and individuals who earn family-sustaining incomes. Educators develop a better understanding of the workforce. They utilize instructional practices that engage students and connect rigorous curriculum and activities to post-secondary and career expectations. Schools begin to see improved graduation rates, an increase in post-secondary education enrollment, an energized school culture, and staff members who work together rather than in isolation. Now that we've talked about the benefits of pathways, let's explore the ideas of a pathway system. To coordinate and implement the components of pathway programs, NC3T has developed the Pathway System Framework. This model emerged as a synthesis of what the best career academies, career technical education programs, and specialized charter schools across the country were doing. It's a systems model that can help organize and focus your work. A pathway system is the coordinated interaction of key components, developing career and life readiness among youths and adults in schools, colleges, workforce programs, and across the broader community, resulting in enhanced workforce competitiveness and community prosperity. Now, to some degree, each school in New Orleans operates as its own pathway system, but then in collaboration with YouthForce and the other schools in your region, you are part of a larger pathway system. So with the pathway system mindset, let's review our specific approach to technical assistance and coaching. We encourage you to utilize systems thinking, but our approach is not to impose a predetermined model. Rather, we believe strongly in supporting a customized planning and implementation approach. In this work, we would help you do the following: conduct an asset inventory to assess your current progress, identify your key goals across the elements identified by YouthForce, create aligned action steps, organize and sequence these action steps into a plan for the next 18 months, and more generally over the next several years, aligned with your big picture goals and the YouthForce strategies, and provide ongoing advice and coaching during planning and into implementation. Some of the issues that YouthForce has asked grantees to address are what pathway programs and credentials you'll be using, what kind of program information and internal communications you'll be offering, what pathway advisory committees you'll be forming, personnel decisions about pathway staffing, curriculum development for your pathway programs, and student awareness and recruiting. We'll help you consider these and other issues and then build them into an implementation plan and timeline. The schedule: we'll have some designated on-site days for coaching and planning, probably 3 or 4 during the first year. We'll have monthly check-in calls with you and your team, as needed email support, peer support from some of the other technical assistance sites, and we'll also offer allocated coaching time to help you with finding ideas, writing, reviewing, and editing materials. In our Pathways work, we have also developed a library of guides and planning resources that we'll be happy to share with you as needed. We think you and your team members would also enjoy reading my book, The Power and Promise of Pathways, so we'll be happy to provide a number of copies for your use. For our work to be successful, you'll need to think carefully about your roles and responsibility as well. We would ask that you convene a pathway system leadership group and meet regularly, that you designate a point of contact to coordinate and communicate your needs to us. And while it's important to have that point of contact, we really need this effort to be sustainable. And that means getting your pathway system leadership group to participate in the on-site sessions and the planning check-in calls. We ask that you'd be prepared for the planning sessions and check-in calls, and that you create big picture goals, but also focus on 1 or 2 tangible short-term goals to really help build momentum, and that you engage external partners early and stay very closely connected to activities from YouthForce. So thank you for viewing this webcast and getting to know us a bit. Now we want to get to know you. We would love to answer any questions you have and schedule a follow-up call with you shortly. So please send me an email, or you can call the number below and ask for Candace to schedule a phone call for us. Thanks again. We look forward to talking to you soon.